Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Caveman to Cosmos with me, Alpha Omega and Byzantium. So the turn is 6583, year 1524 AD, and we are one turn away from military tradition, which is a really nice technology giving us a ton of new units, plausibly, a lot of buildings, and it also gives us bonuses to brass instrument maker, percussion instrument maker, and woodwind instrument maker of 5 culture each. It also allows drill and officers commission, which are, we'll see how useful those are going to be in the upcoming decades and hundreds of years. However, I would like to start this episode as usual by talking about what is new. So we now have a second city founded over here. It is a city called Chrysapolis. We have a lot of units in it, and we also have a lot of units over here, because 2 turns ago 2P declared war on us again. Now they have moved a large army towards us, and we have killed over half of it, maybe even 2/3, and I have surrounded the rest of it because it's mostly just trained dogs and arsonists and some war dogs, so we keep hitting it every turn, killing about 20 of them. As you can see, there's about 25 of them left, which we will hopefully kill next turn. In the meantime, units are going to our 2 new cities here. As you can see, Nicandros is now without any unrest, but the new city that we have founded will have a lot of unrest. Now, that is true only for this turn though. I postponed at the end of the last episode the changes to our government, but I was actually alerted to the fact that Taj Mahal is giving us a golden age when it's finished, meaning that that's a great way how we can circumvent the civic changes that would otherwise give us anarchy. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna end the turn, get the technology, then we're gonna speed up Taj Mahal, which is gonna cost us 245,120 in gold, which is kind of a lot, but we have 2.6 million, so it's not such an issue. I'm mostly concerned about the inflation, though it has been falling a little bit every turn, so hopefully it's not gonna get too high again. And then we're gonna go and change the civics, which is gonna be what we're gonna do at this update. And the next one, I'm hoping that I'll be able to tell you that I have raised another 2P city, but we'll see. There's definitely gonna be 3 more cities here now that we have entered war with 2P again, but we'll see about how we're gonna go about it. I mean, right now we're getting 81 unrest from overextension, which is going to go away when the democracy hits. Now, the thing is, the issue with 2P was that we had our army over here. All of the units were here. It was a much larger army, but now I actually have a secondary army located here, which was built from whatever I could grab, but also from units that crossed the entire map to get here and support us. Plus I built a bunch of new units as well, and we captured some of the cannons. So right now we have 4 cannons in, and then we captured 5 more and some siege rams. So we have even enough siege capacity to actually go and raise another town very easily. So we just have to repel and destroy their units, and then we'll be able to fight. So I'm not really worried about war anymore, because we have an army to use against them. It's more of a hassle. But considering it's just 2P and that we have actually managed to protect our cities before, now we're going to be delving deeper into their territory, which is way easier for us. Other than that, things were going very well. We actually made some good progress in many of the cities, which is amazing. Constantinople is a bad example that there is still a lot of things to build here, but many other cities are actually starting to. I don't want to say that they don't have anything to build, but they are plausibly, like Amorim is a good example. They have 3 things scheduled, and you can see that there's a bunch of cities that we are still to build, but it's nothing major. So I'm happy that we are doing a little bit better on the lag behind the technology. I guess that's all that I want to actually mention right now. There's nothing else that would really come to mind. We have been developing. Oh, actually, a funny thing. Our city over here, Shuttle Baron, is actually so culturally dominant now that it started stealing territory, even the one directly adjacent to Aachen. So we're doing good, guys. We're doing good. How much are we getting? 777 per turn, and they are getting, what, 200 was it? Yeah, 222. So we're generating more than 3 times the culture that they are. And I mean, we're gonna get cottage industry, but then another antique shop and more of it's gonna get only worse for them. So I'm happy about that. There's also a couple of world wonders that I am considering building. One that is actually amazing. Actually, I already showed it. Where is it? I don't know who's building. I think it's a Bill of Rights. I forgot what the name is. Or is it somewhere down here? I was looking for a city that would have extremely high production, but I don't remember which one it was, and I wasn't entirely sure that I actually scheduled it right. Alright, I don't. It had to be somewhere here, though. It was definitely a city with access to the mountains. Damn. Alright, maybe not. Oh no, I still have it here. Alright, so we won't be able to build this one, but I shadowed it here so I don't forget. It's called Human Rights Decoration. It gives a little bit of culture, some more unhappiness in all cities, but it gives happiness, health to all cities, and it also increases population in all cities by 1, which is amazing because it would give us, what, 57 population? And I want that one to be built somewhere soon. So let me actually just remove it and see which city would have. Yeah, like Vodena would be a good. And Vodena doesn't even have that much to build. No critical buildings anyway. And building a city bistro. Alright, so I'm just gonna put you guys there. A jail, and we're gonna put the human rights decoration over here. It's gonna take a while to build that one, but the +1 population is just gonna be amazing. We're gonna have probably another city by the time, or at least 1, or maybe even 2 by the time it comes into play. So, you know, getting 58 population straight up, especially in cities like Constantinople where it takes really a long time, that's just gonna be amazing. Alright, so let's end the turn here, here for military tradition, and then we're just gonna go for the Golden Age and changes to our aesthetics.
Victorious warriors win first and then go to war, while defeated warriors go to war first and then seek to win.
Alright, so military tradition obsoletes a couple of buildings, mostly focused on archery. As I said, it gives us a boost to culture in brass, percussion, and woodwind instrument maker, and it enables drill 4 officers commission, which gives a bonus to strength and chance to avoid capture, which is nice. And as far as the buildings go, we now get the Brandenburg Gate, Fort Knox. It's actually not bad. 25% reduction in hurry production is pretty good. Some universities, a recruitment center, bonus to military unit production but requires more food to grow. Firing range, that's a good one. Replaces archery and shooting club. It gives units extra experience. Tattoo parlor. Alright. Crime insubordination, and a bunch of cultures. And we should possibly get access to cavalry, camel cavalry, and some other units. Well, we'll see if that works. Either way, let me just do this now. We're gonna hurry the Taj Mahal. Alright, the impact on inflation was not that bad. Oh, I actually did it wrong. I was supposed to do it last turn because now we have to wait for another turn before it's done. Alright, I don't think that's that bad. we can just quickly dispose of these guys. I'm not even interested in the combat, honestly, because that's just, you know. It is just a bunch of dogs being put down. And these are not good boys, so we don't have to worry about them. Alright, let's get you guys in there as well. How many are left? Still a ton. It's basically free XP for us. Okay, a couple more left. Yeah, we're gonna finish them off this time. I surrounded them on purpose because I didn't want them to get away, and they won't, as it turns out. There's nobody here really who could. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 units. Got 2, 3. Yeah, alright, that doesn't matter. Let's keep them here. Keep you guys here. Keep you guys. Actually, there is. Oh! Alright. They're sending more units against us. Good to know. So, this one definitely requires my attention. Arsonists, some rams, bombards. Alright, we can dispose of them. I've been preparing for this for a while. Alright, you guys will stay here. I guess unfortunately I also have to stay here. Stay. We're building a mining camp. Okay, you guys can hurry the mining camp. That is definitely a good idea. And the rest will wait. Well, you can see some operations that I'm doing here. Now, okay, the Arboretum is finished, which is going to be amazing. That gives a lot of food, extra science, culture, and 14 happiness to you guys. I don't think we're transporting. Are we? No, we're not. We're transporting the captive civilians. Or do we have them here already? No, we don't. Alright. I thought I was actually. No, maybe we don't have them here. I'm a bit confused about this. I thought that we had way more here, but turns out we don't. Are they? Ah, okay, there's more of them here. I knew we had them somewhere. Okay, you can chill here. You guys will also chill. And we need to send some of these troops south. I'm gonna go here. Alright, now you guys will all rest for the rest of the turn. I'm not sending you anywhere so these guys can't escape. Alright, and it's the turn. So now let's see what's gonna go ahead. So we're gonna get the Taj Mahal, and once Taj Mahal is done, it will mean that we enter a golden age, and this should negate the penalties from changing our civics, and that means we can do all of those at once. Now Wolfhow was great as usual, and in the comments he compared some of the civics, so we can actually base it on that. I really like his analysis because while I'm recording, it's kind of hard sometimes to wrap my head around the various numbers and changes, but his analysis always makes it really easy to understand what's going on. Alright, here we go. Taj Mahal. Taj Mahal gives +10 culture and 2 great artist birth rate, and it starts a golden age, which means, wow, on 8 turns towards naval tactics. So you guys anything here or here? No, it's just... Oh, you can actually do some sciencing. Well then do it, be my guest. It's always a good choice. Glass blower. It's not worth it. Taxidermist is a good choice. Crime, disease, that's fine. So we could then go with... I think for education? Education is also fine, so... I'm not really sure what to do here, so maybe just purely... Yeah, it will give us a lot of money. Hyperdrome. Sour actually is a pretty good one, so let's put it up there. Market. Hat maker. A bank. Water tower, alright, I'll take water tower. A firing range. Recruitment center, not really interested. Which is what the law firm that lowers issues like that for a while. Alright, so we are in a golden age, which as you can see, we're gonna get much better scientific progress, but most important that we can now change the civics. So the one that we know we want, and we're gonna switch from republic to democracy. Democracy gives us an extra trade-off per city that's all the same, and it gives us a little bit more food production and gold in all cities, and some other benefits, but really, I'm only interested in the fact that settling more than 40 cities will not cause us any unhappiness. When it comes to the federalism, I'm still not sold on that one. I mean, federalism gives more food production and gold, which is important for us, and we want that, but the costs are kinda high. It also helps with science, and also, yeah, we need to get federalism. We just need to. The costs are crazily high, but yeah, we need to get it. Alright, separation of power. That one I'm not really gonna take. I don't think it's worth it, because the hit to... I mean, you will get more science in all cities, but we will lose food. Actually, we would lose food and production from trade routes. It gives a birth rate. No, let's keep legislature. I don't really like that penalty to that. Alright, feudal versus nationalist. I honestly think we're gonna keep feudal. We're getting more food production, and even in capital. This one gives a little bit more science, but no, let's keep feudal. Feudal is pretty good. And welfare, subsidize. Well, that one is interesting because it lowers money production, but it gives extra science, and it gives more food and production in all cities. So I'm gonna take it just for that. The money is gonna be an issue, but we'll do it. I wanted to take fiat money, but they are just objectively worse. Objectively, because they give less gold and science, and there is really no outcome other than that. They even increase maintenance. Crazy, just not worth it at all. So let's keep gold standard, and And we're gonna go for incentivized agriculture, which gives a bonus to food, a little bit less production, and trade rounds also give them a little bit less production, but more gold. And all cities, oh, actually, we get a little bit less science and a little bit less culture. Actually, no. Now that I'm looking at it, no, that's also what Wolfar mentioned in the comments. Question is nationalist egalitarian? Would the egalitarian work? No, we're gonna keep it like this. Yeah, let's do it like this. So we're gonna become a democracy. Actually, I made so little changes, didn't I? Yeah, so that's separation of power one. This one is still. This one is still calling to me. Because the science boost in all cities would be pretty good. And the culture as well. Though trade routes are gonna be much worse. No, let's keep it at legislature. Alright. So revolution. We are now a democracy. And that means that we had what? 81 unhappiness removed? Oh yeah, that's crazy. Unhappiness is now 6. Plus 3. Oh yeah. Alright. That is just crazy. Alright, but that means we can start really going all in on the on the colonization. I can't even wrap my head around the fact that it's so crazy. Such a crazy difference. I think here for the education, I mean, we've gotten the scientists here. Calligraphy school. Yeah, that's gonna help. So let's build a calligraphy school here. I like these early buildings to be that way. Alright, so we need to produce more of supply trains because they are important, and I've been scheduling them everywhere where I can. And once they will be all, all sent down south, and all the buildings are gonna be finished, we're gonna start again building the food trains as well. But for now, it's just supply trains, because those are what really matter to us at this point. Alright, so I'll see you in 8 turns with Naval Tactics. We'll see how much we've progressed in the war against 2P, and if we, because, frankly speaking, we already do have the preparation here for another city. All we need is just a guy, honestly, that would be turned. Actually, I think it can be turned into, can be turned into an immigrant here. Though not into a settler. It's interesting. Well, I'll send you over here anyway, and I think we're sending some more units. We've had a lot of these captive civilians over here that we've sent. I don't know if we can find them as a captive military man. But yeah, they should be arriving, at which point we can actually settle at least 2 more cities here. And we're gonna start thinking about settling in here too. So yeah. So, see you in 8 turns with Naval Tactics. Turn 6592, year 1527 AD. We are one turn away from naval tactics. We have just entered a period of peace. Peace that we haven't had in a long time, with everybody agreeing to not throw rocks at us when we enter the room. This has came after the raising of 2 more cities of the 2P. We pushed them all the way to here, which freed up this entire space. Meaning my current plan right now is to settle at least 3 towns here. Or 3 cities, just to not, mix it with the actual towns that are on the map. One would most likely be found somewhere over here, one would be found over here, and one would be somewhere around here. There are some resources here, so maybe even here. This looks like a good spot. This will ensure that we have this entire area under our control, and we might even put another city over here, but, let's expand outwards before we start filling the space inside. As you can see, the cities here are starting to grow really nicely. Chrysopolis is at population 8. We have I forgot what this city was called, and I can Nicandros. Nicandros is also at population 8. Kherson is at 11. Justiniana Nova is at 10. Meaning we have a lot of new cities. Also, Atala Neopolis is at 9. So very soon we are going to start running into another growth campaign where some cities will be dedicated purely to just sending supply wagons and food trains down south to boost these cities as quickly as possible. The current situation looks like this. The smaller cities, as you can see, we have mentioned. All the other ones are at population 22 or higher, with Constantinople being at population 47. Now, what I am planning to do is already underway. There is a colonist here somewhere. I don't know if we're gonna find it. There's an immigrant captive over here. There's, we're building 2 more over here, so I'm not sure if I can see. It is on the map and is moving south, so we'll already have the 3 colonists very soon. As I mentioned, one was over here, one was over here, and I'm probably going to put one over here and then the last one over here. I'm going to try to design it so that we can have 4 towns here, so that would make sense. We already do have units here waiting for that with the necessary amount of marshals and doctors, and I'm gonna build some more very soon. The armies are a little bit in disrepair because the war with Rua ended this turn or last turn. I'm not entirely sure, but you can see that they are bringing more captives. We have a lot of new cannons captured, but many of these units are actually wounded and going home, where they are gonna rest. So I'll try to unify them and put a nice place where they could meet. The same way I'm doing it over here near Sparta, where we have our army positioned, so that I can always know where I can find it and move it as a whole. It's fair to say that we should also grow our armies a little bit, because we have gotten a lot of casualties during these 2 wars. Both the one in the east with who were we fighting? It was Israel, with Israel, and in the very west with 2P. So, both armies suffered casualties. It would make sense to start building some more units in Constantinople. The issue that we're facing, though, is our income. We still have over 2 million in the reserve, but I'm starting to get a little bit worried about the finances, because the expenses are just insane. The inflation itself, though, is 47,963. So right now, if we can actually get rid of the inflation, which we eventually will, the expenses are in line with the income. So that's the good news. The bad news is that inflation is dropping very slowly, and I actually had to hurry some buildings recently, so it went up a little bit. So I'm not gonna do that anymore. And I also am thinking of changing my strategy to actually fully focus on financial boosting buildings for the time being, so that we can get this in a manageable level. If we kill... Damn, that's not good. If we kill all of our scientific research, we will drop to 9,000 in deficit, which, as you can see, that's not great. We're still in a deficit, which would mean that we would start losing buildings. I mean, I could turn potentially cities like Constantinople into producing wealth, you know, and manage that. But yeah, we are not anywhere near bankruptcy, but we're heading in a wrong direction. With these cities, especially, we're going to create additional financial burden. So let's just keep it in mind. Let's not be crazy. Let's not rush. Let's start stabilizing our economy, because I don't think we ever had it so bad as we do now. Again, it is really just inflation at this point. So if we can get rid of it, we already shaved off like 20% of it. It's going to get better. But, you know, oh, and only 45% is from hurrying up. The rest is, alright, from civics and other things. Oh, not great. Either way, that's what's happening. That's what the immediate plans are. Let's now hear it for naval tactics. And just you guys can just go like so. And then we're going to decide what the next steps are going to be. But I mean, I already made that pretty clear. So that's what we would like to. I would also like, for example, for Charles to become my vassal at this point. Because, you know, we could use another vassal. But if he doesn't, I'm not going to be mad. I'm just enjoying the fact that we have peace again, finally.
It follows, then, as certain as that night succeeds the day, that without a decisive naval force we can do nothing definitive, and with it everything honorable and glorious.
Alright, so all of our naval units now get extra movement, which is great, and we can start building ship of the line. Hopefully. I'm not sure if we can now, but we should. And we got a naval academy. That's, wow, that actually gives 15 education per turn, and new water units also see +3 experience points. Requires university and coast. Oh, that's really is just a free upgrade. I mean, like a free new building with 15 education. Nice. It doesn't replace anything. That's pretty decent. Alright. So you finished the taxidermist in Thessaloniki. You can see that the amount of buildings is actually dropping significantly, so that's really good. Wait, you are on the coast, and yes, you can build a naval academy. Nice. Alright, as I said, I'm gonna start looking at it a little bit like this. That is actually not a bad idea. So let's start looking. I don't want a loan shark per se, but I would like to get you guys. Actually, an accounting firm might be better. Bistro will be great. Petting zoo will be great. Tattoo parlor, not really. What else? Science wise. Okay, this is super cheap, so let's get that. And then you guys are, yeah, you guys are actually consuming gold. That's not good. But we still need them. Let's put the stock market as well. District office gives us 58 gold extra. So that's something we want. Alright, you have what to do for a bunch of turns. Now we're working at a sextant. So let's have a look. Wow, only 7 more technologies and we are jumping to industrial lifestyle. So sextant gives us additional movement. Nice. And a happiness. Gives us the well-required house. +1 trade route in all coastal sea. That's really good. And a yacht club, which is also good because it gives gold and culture. Though that replaces marina, so it's not such a great thing in its own. So I just run through this turn so you guys see a little bit what's going on. You guys could build... let's build a camp over here. Alright, let's build this city as... Let's actually make a definite plan where we're gonna build these cities. So if we want to build a city over here, then logically another one could be built somewhere around here. And then one more could be built over here. Alright, so let's actually split these troops and put them in positions so we know where we want these cities. So then another one could be built over here. And then the last one, which is actually going to be the first one that we are going to be building. 1, 2, 1, 2. So that one would be somewhere around here. And this place actually looks like an amazing spot right off the bat. Actually, no, it's way too close to you guys. So here. Wait, I did that wrong. I did that wrong. You guys will be over here. 1, 2. Yeah, here. Yeah, that's not. That's not a perfect one, but it is a. Okay, so that's the 4 towns we are going to do here. You came to our city to hurry stuff up. Lumber camp is not really worth it, but there are other much better buildings. We need to increase the production here. 2,500 or close to it. So that would be the best one. Let's go with. Oh, that costs so much. Let's go with a grand estate, actually. I'm gonna read that one. And the lumber camp is gonna go first. It's cheap and quick. Yes. So quick, actually, I think you can finish it off, can't you? Yes. Awesome. And you guys will just stay here. For now, we'll put you into the towns that need you. You guys need to heal yourself because it's the basis of our new army. And here's another colonist. So awesome. So this one can go to this place because those are at the border. And I really need to find the other one. Where the hell are they? Here. Here's the colonist. Here is the colonist who is going to be building a town over here. Great. And we got more. Hurry me up, please. You guys will have a ton of work over here. You also need to get better. Cool. And you can hurry. I mean, you don't need to build a Colosseum. Those are just things that we needed before. So let's instead build a commercial port. That's actually an amazing idea. So let's schedule the lumber camp, because that one is good. Let's schedule the carpenter, because that one is also always good. Stone tool maker, because that one is amazing. Guildhall would be great, but we will not do that right now and just schedule this one. Awesome. Well, I mean, this is pretty good. And I'll see you in 10 turns, hopefully with 2 more towns. And a little bit more clarity on where we are heading from here. But again, in a couple of episodes, we're going to be in the industrial lifestyle. And that's going to be a major change to all of our towns. I cannot wait. So, I'll see you there. Turn 6602, year 1530 AD. And we are 1 turn away from Sextant. So what's new? Well, our expansion in the south is going well. We now have 4 new cities here, 3 of them with population 8. Eleftheron, Magnastis and Dionypetra, with 2 other, Nicandros and Chrysapolis, though Nicandros has been here for a while, being at population 9. This means that our cities are, the amount of cities is growing. We are at 60 cities and we're going to have 61 once we found the last city. with how many? 6 cities? No, way more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 cities are gonna be below population 22, or let's call the threshold 20. So 10 cities are going to be below population 20, which means we'll have a lot of work to do developing the southern lands. But this brings up quite an important thing. As you can see, we are now at minus 43,389 gold per turn. This is definitely a penalty for overextension and the distance from the capital, as our cities are being founded in these remote areas, which is not great. But I still want to have them here because I would like to have as much of a cultural push here as possible. But this one is going to be the last city for now. There is a number of other places that I identified where we are going to found more cities. One is over here, one is over here. There's going to be 2 more cities over here. There's going to be probably 1 more city over here, and then there's going to be 2 more cities here, and we can expand into the desert a little bit. There's also going to be probably maybe a city down here on an outpost, and we can also expand in this area if we want to, because this area is empty. However, we're not going to do any of that because with the next city we're probably going to get to like 45,000, maybe even 46,000 in deficit every turn, and that means we have about 35 to 38 turns before we run out of money. Now this can be improved. I could actually sell some of my technologies to our opponents, and we could also kill the research going as low as 0, which would not even half our research, but we would be bleeding out only 14,311. I'm not gonna do that at this point, but if I see that we are not able to lower this deficit quicker enough, we might have to cut into our research expenses. Now you'll see that we are actually building these district offices in many places, each one of them giving us about 5,200 gold. We have shuttled a lot of cheap gold producing buildings even here in the south, and I'm gonna make money an absolute priority for us in the upcoming turns, which is what we need to do to get rid of this. Plus again, most of our expenses are still going to inflation, so hopefully it's gonna drop and save us a little bit of money, but we'll have to really focus on the actual production of gold. Again, we can switch some cities as well to gold production if needs comes to be. I'm actually running my financial future to the ground by this rapid expansion, but I still think we ought to do it because it's the right way to go. So the plan is a plan. We're going to follow it, and then we're going to make sure that we'll fix it. Accounting firms are another thing that actually gives us money. Artist colony gives us money, and we need to stop building these ornithology, herpetology labs because they each cost. So again, I'm going to micromanage every single city and just focus purely on gold. Apart from that, peace reigns. We don't really have any civics that we would want. You can see that we are okay with everyone. Nobody really decided to join our vassal states, but we have been doing good with them. They are all happy. I've been giving them various gifts and technologies, so they are booming. The army is pretty much fully healed at this point. We don't have anyone here. There are some units that are moving there and back, which is fine, but this is what we have to work with here. As you can see, a lot of cannons, and we have additional ones that actually are coming from Constantinople. I'm not sure how far they are, if we can find them. But they are the heavy cannons. They were actually originally the rams, which I upgraded all the way to these heavy cannons. So these heavy cannons are now on the way south, and you can see that this means that our army is actually really heavy on artillery, and it would make sense to build more units. Plus, honestly, we really don't have any units now that would be really patrolling our borders, so if it ever comes down to it, I would like to build more units in Constantinople. that would just do that. We'll probably just go simply with regular cavalry to make it very easy. Not join them up, but build, say, 10 of those and have them like a first patrol regiment, second patrol regiment, third patrol regiment. Then they're just going to be running around and patrolling the border. We don't really have any need. I don't expect any attack from anyone anyway. But, you know, it's a pretty good thing. The good news is that Persia, which is our biggest contender right now, has very good relations with us. They've always had, and there really isn't any reason to change that on either side, so I hope that it's gonna happen. That one would be a really big bummer if they attacked us, because we have a pretty much soft underbelly here. It's actually a good idea that we should maybe strengthen these territories just in case of an attack, even if just with defensive units, because I don't even think we have like a one rifleman in each of these cities. Not even that in some cases, so yeah. But they have also a lot to lose if they got into a war with us, so I don't think they're gonna do that. Either way, Sextant it is, and then it's the end of the episode, and in the next one we'll pretty much finalize everything, because the one after that is the industrial lifestyle. So let me just see if I have everything set. I do. Alright, let's hear it for Sextant.
The winds and waves are always on the side of the ablest navigators.
Alright, so extra move on water, and we got one more happiness with Grand Marine Festival, which I don't even think we have anywhere. And we can now build a yacht club, actually. I always think it's pronounced yacht, but it's yacht, if I'm not mistaken. And Korea wants a deal. Sure. Anything else that we can do? Not really. So we have a fire in Patra. Let's offer all the help we can. And here's another cannon that we actually upgraded from a bombard. Well, not even a bombard, it was a ram. So where do you guys over here? It's gonna take a while to get you down. Alright, here are some more units that we are training for special occasions that we have here, because I don't really have enough doctors and marshals there, so it's a good idea to work with them. You, what the hell are you even doing here? I don't think there's anything to be built anymore. We had a... Here you are. How long? Oh, prime timber in 2 turns. Alright, so you can actually go there already. You guys will still hold here though. I think we have... Yeah, we have the captain civilians and captive immigrant over there, so you guys can go back to Constantinople because we won't need you here anymore. With the gains in these areas, cultural, you can actually start improving these areas. And how come you guys cannot be upgraded to the ship of the line? What's the issue? Oh, you have to upgrade it to the man of war. Oh man. I moved you here for nothing. Well, you'll still stay here. You guys will stay here. Fortify. You guys. The game sometimes just, you know, offers me a tile and marks it as important, but there literally is nothing that you can build there. I don't get it. Alright, and that's actually all for this turn. Man, and there's no war and everything is set up correctly. You can see that the turns can be really fast, and sometimes it pops up with some things. And oh hey, we finished. Did we? I think we did. 1.3 million. Didn't we have population 47 just a turn ago? I think we might have finished that great wonder which gave... No, here it is. Okay, so it was 48 this whole time? Or did Constantinople grow? I would bet it was 47, I'm not sure. Well, anyway, you can see that the district office here in Constantinople just gives 85.7 gold. And there is another building which is called Gold Vault, which gives 46.92 and a 7% bonus to production of gold in all cities. So I'm kind of interested in seeing what that one will do. Either way, I hope you enjoyed this episode. In the next one, we will have probably not that much more interesting. Yeah, we'll get the Man of War over here from the Grand War, and a mortar. Alright. No buildings or anything, but a Congress of Vienna. And Imperialist Naval Academy and Naval Academy. Then the hot air balloon, which is kind of a cool thing. Zephyr. So these are actually buildings. Sorry, these are actually units. So no buildings either, which doesn't really bode bad for us because we need some time to catch up. And elixir and tonics, you give us snake oil. Oh, this one is actually really good though. It helps with crime and disease and lowers education. Oh man, but it's actually a pretty good one. So, and we might have to actually get that one. Sergeant's office. Oh, yeah, that one offsets that. So this is actually a harmful building, but one that gives you a lot of gold and production. Now we'll see the fight. I think in most cases we are pretty good. And then the last episode of this era of the Renaissance is going to give us landmines, mine warfare, team sports. Alright, you give... Oh, the Minor League Stadium is actually pretty good. That's going to give us a lot of gold. Polo Field Recreation Center. Why does the Recreation Center look a little bit like... Oh, those are tracks. I thought that was railroads. Alright. Railways. Railroad. Yeah, it was a railroad. Rugby field and soccer field. Well, and then it's off to industrial lifestyle. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Which gives us farcical education. Scholarly education, which we're gonna get in a number of towns actually, which is pretty good. Extra gold, research, birth rate, and industrial base. So a decreased production per an actual unit of population, and level 5 tourism. And that's it. That's gonna be it. Basically nothing. And a free technology, which we'll have to decide. I think we're gonna go with steam power, to be quite honest, because that one seems like the best one. Gives us immediately some bonuses to production. A lot of things. Mine side. Reservoir. Lowers risk of fires. Steam crane. Plus 20% production. That's actually pretty good, but a truss bridge. And what doesn't give anything for gold production? Is there anything that could actually help us? Deputization photography. Doesn't that help with... Yeah, it helps with art gallery production. Journalism. That doesn't help either. Newsstand, press agency, factory. I mean, steam power enables factories. Oh, it also is a lot of things. Industrial lifestyle. No, it doesn't give a factory. Who gives a screw paper? Steampunk. Oh, that's nice. We actually have access to this one, I think. Because we have the required technology. Where's the factories? Machine tools? Machine tools. Oh, that one is good. That one is good. Parts maker, yeah. These are gonna be nice. These are gonna be nice. And marine biology. Oh, this is nice. Alright, this one is really nice. Just look at that. Marine biology lab. Center for the whales. But yeah, just this in most cities is just gonna give us a flat 18 bonus to research, and fishing. We have a ton of fishing boats and whaling ships, so that's actually really nice. But where do the factories come from? Railroads? That's not it. Statistics, military. I'm kind of confused. I thought you gave that. Maybe not. Is it assembly line? Yes, assembly line is what gives factories. So that one is actually a pretty interesting one. I don't know how these works because I've never really looked at them, but they require access to power, and then they give you a huge amount of bonuses. So I think that you might build just some, maybe, not sure, or maybe it's an upgrade to the actual existing. Like this one would replace lacquer wire maker, right? Oh yeah, it replaces workshops. All right, so it's a bonus to, or an upgrade to your existing things. Cool, but we'll deal with that later. We'll need access to power, so that means we need some kind of gaslighting. Does steam power provide power? Is there like a steam? And we'll figure it out. Steam crane. There has to be some kind of way how to do it. Oh, new cities get +2 population and some free buildings. I like the precision that, some free buildings. Anyway, hope you enjoyed it. As I said, one more thing. Let's look at this. Let's just look at this because we'll need to visit this soon just to figure out how we're doing. So the crop yield is 21,709. Manufactured goods almost 40,000, like 39,457. So let's go at 39.5. And the gold production is 101,755. So we need this one to get to something like 120, maybe 130,000 minimum. That's going to be our next goal. So yeah, thank you very much. See you next time.